This is Virginia This Morning with Cheryl Miller and Greg McQuaid. Welcome to Virginia This Morning.
Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us today on this Friday edition of Virginia This Morning. I'm Jessica Nall. Both Greg and Cheryl are off today. Bill Bevins will join me a little later this morning. We start the show with a few special guests, furry guests, that is. Not only are they cute, but they're growing up with a very special role to play, one day serving as guide dogs for the blind or visually impaired. Margaret Paxton with Guiding Eyes for the Blind shares more on their mission and the role of puppy raisers. Good morning, Margaret. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning.
So we've been seeing the dogs this morning, and they look so well behaved, although still a little puppy-like.
They are still puppies, and part of our role is we have them as part of our family, and we socialize them and take them lots of different places over the 18 months that we have them in our life.
Guiding Eyes, let's go and explain that for folks.
Guiding Eyes is a national organisation based up in New York, and they have their own breeding program. So these puppies come from our own breeding program. There's a special unit up there where they actually look at genetics of the dogs and choose the best characteristics that they want and match up the dogs to mate, and then we have the puppies. The puppies are looked after up there for the first 8 to 12 weeks, and they're actually socialized and have lots of different activities for them where they watch them and they choose the best ones to come out into the puppy raising program. These ones are part of the puppy raising program. The raisers get the puppies when they're between 8 and 12 weeks old, and we get them and bring them into our family. We're supported here in the Richmond region by our coordinator, and the puppies come to classes and meet other puppies and go through training on a weekly basis.
We'll have to bring in our puppy raisers this morning so we can meet everybody.
Yes.
But they've been working even all morning long. While they're here, they're just constantly working on the training. Who is this we have?
This is Haida, and her raiser Joyce. Haida is just over a year old. And as I say, you can see that she's wearing her Guiding Eyes jacket. When they get to a certain point in their training, they get these jackets which allow us to take them more places, that we can take them into stores because they are actually recognised as service dogs. And it's showing that they're becoming more mature. However, they are still puppies, and their formal training takes place when they go to New York when they're about 18 months, and they've got a special training unit there where they do the harness training and match them with the visually impaired person.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like Haida had one too many treats this morning. That's all right. We'll work for treats. I understand that.
This is important for her because she's coming in and she's in a new setting, and she's meeting new people, and that's so important because when they're actually out in the street with the blind person, they've got to be dealing with any circumstance that's thrown at them. So as I say, everything here is great for them because it's just a new circumstance for them to meet.
Who becomes a puppy raiser? Who's right for this?
Puppy raisers are from all walks of life. We have people who are retired, we've got people who have got teen raisers, we've got single people, we've got people who are working, we've got stay-at-home mums. Basically anybody who loves dogs, who has got time, and who wants to give to the community. So it's a wide range of people can be puppy raisers.
Do you find that it's difficult once you get a relationship with training and raising the puppy to 18 months that it's difficult to let the puppy go?
Oh yes, I mean it's hard, but you know from the outset that it's not your puppy. When you go to classes, you're hearing about the puppies moving on to the next stage, which is going in for training. You celebrate the success when they've made it into training. You hear how they're progressing. So all the time you're in classes, you're watching the older ones go through, and it's almost like preparing your child for going for college. They reach 18, they've got into the college of their choice, and as a parent you think, yes, I've done my job. Mm-hmm. So it is hard. I sent my puppy off to go in for training, and I put him in the van and I cried.
Yeah.
And I sent my 18-year-old off to college and said bye.
No tears lost there.
No tears there, no. And this is Vera and Ephraim, and Vera's just over 6 months old.
Wow.
She's one of our younger ones, but I mean she's doing doing great. She's a lovely puppy.
She is. We just had a little commotion or activity out there, and she just kind of looked and then went back to, that looks like the training, what she knows to do.
That's right. And as I say, the idea is that they come in and they settle and they just sit here, because as a guide dog, that's what they're going to have to do a lot of the time. They may be going to work with their visually impaired person, and they have to sit under the desk until they say, okay, let's go, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. They have to be able to just sit and do nothing.
Is it easy or difficult to find puppy raisers who want to volunteer to do this?
We're always looking for puppy raisers, so if anybody's interested, visit our website and have a look. It tells you more about us, and it tells you how to contact us. So as I say, we're always looking for, in Richmond here we have about 16 puppy raisers at the moment. We've got more who are lined up to do the pre-placement class. Before we even give puppies to people, they have to do a course which is just to give you the basics and understand what you're getting involved in. So as I say, that's ongoing. About every quarter we do the pre-placement classes, so people who are interested can join that class.
Of course, the puppies kind of train the puppy raisers to some degree too, so everybody, he's smiling knowingly. Well, thank you so much, Margaret Paxton with Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
If you'd like to volunteer as a puppy raiser or learn more about Guiding Eyes for the Blind, just click on the link on our website, wtvr.com/VTM.